Welcome to Wednesday's Cook with Kate. So every day we are live streaming at midday. We're going to be cooking delicious, healthy recipes, lockdown recipes, so really targeted at minimal ingredients, but really nourishing to get you through this period of lockdown. We don't know how long it'll be. I don't know how long I'll be live streaming, but I'm going to live stream for the whole period of the lockdown. So, little introduction. My name's Kate Percy. I am founder of Kate Percy's Real Fast Food. Everything we do, whether it's our Go Bites energy balls, which are available in the shops and online, whether it's our books or education program, everything we do is about great taste, smile on the face of friends and family, and giving you the right type of get up and go energy. So all about food that's going to give you good energy. Also, every day I'm going to dedicate the Facebook Live to something different. Today it's dedicated at smiling at each other. Literally, when you're out doing your daily exercise, try and smile and acknowledge the people that pass you. Going out today, it just makes so much difference. Obviously, keep your 2-3 meters distance, but don't pass each other as if they've got the plague or something. Just smile at them, say hello, because we're all stuck at home alone. It's good to talk to other people. So today is dedicated to smiling, and it's also dedicated to healthy snacks. So these are lockdown snacks. We're going to do 2 very delicious dips. So we're going to make, can you guess, a guacamole. So we've got avocados, we've got some coriander, we've got some garlic, got some tomatoes, delicious tomatoes, lime juice, a red onion, and some chili. So we're going to make a coriander, a guacamole, and we're also going to make a hummus out of these cannellini beans. I can't find any chickpeas in the shops. So we're going to use cannellini beans, and I think it's going to be delicious. So it's going to be cannellini with tahini, lemon juice, garlic, olive oil, a little bit of spice. Really lovely. First of all though, we need something to dip the dips in. And I've got some stale bread here. What I've done is I've made these lovely little Dorito crispy little toasties. They're really, really nice. They're so crispy that you can see that. Can you hear that? Crisping. So they're really easy to make and a really good thing to do with your stale bread. All you need to do is cut a couple of slices quite thick and pop them in the toaster. So I'm going to pop them over here in the toaster. We're going to toast them, then we're going to cut them in half. We're going to paint some olive oil on them and put them in the oven for 10 minutes or so. And they just go really nice and crispy. So the guacamole that we're making is actually from our education program, which you can download on gobites.com. So these are free resources. They focus on different parts of the diet. So we've got the power of protein, hydration, we've got fats for fitness, we've got carbs, all about carbs, good carbs to focus on, all sorts of things like that. So they're free to download. They've got a little guide in the front, suitable for children, but also quite informative for adults as well. And then at the end of each resource there is a recipe. So Fats for Fitness recipe is the guacamole. So have a look at that. Go on to gobites.com/resources and you can download the recipe. So we're going to use some avocado. You can, if you want, just mash your guacamole with a fork to put it all together. You can use if you like it really smooth, you can use something like this food processor, or if you haven't got a food processor, one of these, you might have one of these sort of stick processors that are also equally good. Actually, I quite like my guacamole quite rough, so just mashing it with a fork is great. I'm going to use half an onion and use the other half in the other dip, because at the moment we don't want to waste any food, and I think we're just two of us here, so don't want to overdo it, especially if I'm cooking every day. So I'm grating this onion rather than chopping it, because it makes it really, really, really small. It's easier to do, whoop, there we go. There's less waste as well. Look, you've got really nice. This bit for a guacamole, it's really nice and finely chopped if you grate it. So we've got grated onion. We're gonna have I've got this avocado left over from yesterday as well. So really good way of keeping avocados, if you only use half, is use the half that hasn't got the stone in and leave the stone in, and it doesn't go. Leave the stone in. It's magic. Get the stone out by just putting your knife in and twisting it, and then out it comes like that, magic. And then I need a spoon to get it out. I just want to see whether we've got the tech right today. Have we got any comments coming in? Let's have a look. Have we got, yep, okay. Let's have a look. So when, yeah, here we go, I'm on there. Right, great. So please leave comments of what you'd like to see us cooking, how you're feeling. How are you feeling today? It's a beautiful day. It's a pretty good day for being at home. Just that's just the toast has just popped. So we'll take that out. Without, woo! Okay. So we'll just leave that to cool a bit while we're getting the avocado ready. So I'm going to scoop the avocado out and pop it into this bowl. Really good way of getting an avocado out is just literally putting a spoon in and scooping it out like that. Got another really nice ripe. You need your avocados to be as ripe as possible. So if you forget about them and leave them in the fridge and they go all soft, you can make a guacamole rather than throwing them away. So we've got 2 avocados there. We've got half an onion. So onions are actually a forgotten superfood. They are really, really cheap, really cheap. They are one every 5 a day. They're actually really good at, they contain some phytonutrients which will help reduce cholesterol, so good for the heart. They've got vitamins in them. So actually, don't just think that onions are there for flavour. They are actually really good for you as well. So we've got a green chilli. I'm just going to put half a green chilli in. I'm going to chop that up. Chop it up small. I suppose you could grate the chilli as well if you wanted to. So I'm going to chop that up nice and small. Okay. So how are you feeling today? Who have we got? Who have we got watching today? Whoop. Oh, hi Mark, how are you? Yeah? Are you looking forward to eating this guacamole later on? So I'm just chopping this chilli up. You can leave the seeds in if you want on a chilli, or take them out, it's up to you. Basically, most of the heat is in the chilli seeds. So if you want it hot, leave the chilies in. If you want it a bit milder, then obviously you leave them out. So we've got avocado, we've got chilli, we've got onion. I'm going to pop a couple of tomatoes in. If you haven't got any fresh tomatoes, I wouldn't bother using tinned tomato. It's a bit, the taste isn't right. So just pop a few tomatoes in. If you haven't got any tomatoes, just leave them out. It's quite fine to do that. I'm going to cut them up quite small as well. These are little baby tomatoes. If you're using a large tomato, I'd just use one tomato to one avocado, I would say. So let me just get my knife and chop that a little bit smaller and pop that in the bowl. There we go. If you wanted to be really fine, you could take the seeds out of the tomato, but I think they add flavour and a bit of crunch, so I wouldn't. Life's too short for taking peel and seeds out of tomatoes, if you ask me. So that's all our ingredients. We're going to put some lime juice in as well. So again, this is a lime that's been sitting around for a while. It's gone a bit brown on the edge, but it's got really nice juice inside. I've got the juice of a lime. There we go. That's looking good. There we go. And then I'm going to put some coriander in and some black pepper and a little bit of salt as well. And then whiz all that up. As I say, you can, if you want, you could just mash it up with a fork like this if you want. There we go. Or put it in the food processor. I actually really don't like my guacamole when it's all smooth. I like it all rough, so I'm much happier mashing it with a fork. There we go. And then taste it. For seasonings, you might want a little bit of bit more salt, or a bit more lime juice, or a bit more chili. That is actually really good. I'm going to leave it at that. So I'm just going to pop some coriander in. Just a little bit of coriander. You might not be able to get hold of coriander at the moment. We're really lucky because we've got a little veg shop around the corner, Reg the Veg, that seems to be really well stocked with everything at the moment, apart from bread. The baker has stopped baking because they have run out of flour, unfortunately. So there we go, there's a little bit of coriander. Pop that in, and then I'm just going to transfer that into a little bowl. There we go. And we can have that later with our little nachos that we're going to make. I'll just get rid of that. There we go. So there we are, there's a guacamole. Can you see that? Excellent. So I'm just going to make the, where did I put the toast? Here it is. Just going to make the little toasties to go with it. Just going to get, here we go, let's use this. Let's use this. There's not much space in this kitchen, but we're okay. In fact, somebody said the other day, I'm so glad that you're doing these Facebook Lives from a normal kitchen, which was nice. So I won't complain about the lack of space. It's good, it's good. So I'm going to take the crusts off, because if you take the crusts off, it makes the toasties just kind of curl up a bit, which is really nice. And then all you do is go through it with the bread knife and cut it in half like that. There we go. And so if you just joined, welcome to Cook with Kate. We're streaming every day from midday. I'd love to have your comments on what you'd like me to cook, what you'd like me to talk about, how you're feeling, everything, anything. Just let me know what you'd like. All the recipes are going to be put onto the feed, or else they're on gobites.com. So you see what I've done there? I've literally just grabbed the need a cloth. Just grab the baking tray. Didn't realise it would still be hot. And lay those on a baking tray like this, and then pop them in the oven. And obviously you can do that with as many slices of bread that you want, but that's a really, really good way of using up a stale bread. You can use them as dips, or you can use them as croutons, pop them on salads or soups or anything. It's just a magic way of livening up your bread. So that's the croutons. Just pop them there. I'm now going to make the cannellini hummus. So this is basically a hummus recipe, but with cannellini. Have we got any? Who have we got here? I think I've got the tech right, but I'm not entirely sure. So if you're making comments and I'm not answering them, please tell me, because I'm not seeing them come through. Are you seeing them come through, Mark? I've got a little helper here. I got Mark, my little helper, in the background. So I've taken, these are tinned cannellini beans, and I've just drained them. Now cannellini beans, along with all beans, are just fantastic. A fantastic source of protein, really good minerals. Just actually, if you want a healthy snack for your kids to eat, rather than or to accompany their crisps, you know, just to get some sort of goodness down them, homemade hummus is a really, really good thing to give them. The recipe is in Go Faster Food for Your Active Family, so on page 169. That recipe is with chickpeas, but I'm thinking you can use any type of bean really, or a mixture of beans even. So I've used cannellini beans here. I'm going to follow the recipe. I haven't made it for a while. I'm going to use a spoonful of tahini. So tahini is sesame seed paste. Again, a really good source of healthy fats. So like avocados, really good source of healthy fats. Good to keep in your good to add to your diet. Really good to give to your kids. Really good if you're doing sport, to have after sport as a recovery food. Just basically good stuff. So we've got. We're going to put some lemon juice in. I've got a lemon juice that's had a slice cut out of it. Now I wonder what that was for. Methinks it might have been a G&T. So put the rest of the lemon in here. So normally I'm using one tin or little box thing of beans. The recipe's got 2 in it, but I'm not gonna make too much. So normally you'd have a whole 2 lemons, the juice of 2 lemons in one recipe. But I'm just going to use 1 lemon here. It's a really juicy lemon actually, lovely. So we've got, there we go, lemon juice. Now I'm going to put in some olive oil. Again, so you can see what's happening here. Loads and loads and loads of healthy fats. So I'm just going to put a couple of spoons of olive oil in there. There we go. And just in case you're new to the Facebook Live, we're streaming every day from midday. I am Kate. I'm founder of Kate Percy's Real Fast Food. Everything we do, we've got Go Bites, we've got really good books for food for energy, lots of free resources on the website. So we're all about giving you really great tasting energy. In fact, it's what we call Enerjoy. So have a look at the website and try out the recipes. We're going to put these recipes up online as well. And the guacamole recipe is in the free resources downloads under the Fat for Fitness resource. Really good healthy fats in there. So I've got, what have I got in here? I've got lemon juice, tahini, cannellini beans. We definitely need garlic in this. So I've got a nice clove of garlic here, which I'm going to smash. And, oh, it's a tough one. Okay. So I'm going to peel this garlic. And then we're going to, it really is a tough one, here we go, there we go. I'm just going to do what I did with the onion before, and I'm going to grate it in because it's just much easier, and you don't have to pull all the bits of garlic out of the garlic crusher either. Although you do get quite garlicky fingers doing it this way. But seeing as we're washing our hands every other minute of the day, it doesn't really matter. So that's the garlic, and then I'm going to put in the other half of the onion as well. Right that way. Whoop, I'm going to do that on the bigger grater. There we go. So I'm just going to go in here and have you got the tech right? Are you getting the comments, Mark? Can you show them to me on the screen? I'm not getting them. Great. Hi Will, how are you? Making your favourite hummus here, but not with chickpeas, I'm afraid, with tahini. I think with cannellini beans. I think so. Will is my son. I've got 2 sons and 1 daughter, and none of them are with me. They're all locked down in various places. So my daughter's in Berlin, and she's she works and lives over in Berlin. She's locked down in Berlin. My middle son is locked down with his girlfriend and her family in Lewis, and then Will, my youngest son, has just been in Norway with the Royal Marines. He's a Royal Marine, and he's just got back from the Marine from Norway, and went to see his girlfriend in Exeter, then went to her house, and is now locked down with somewhere in Somerset. So hi Will, nice to see you. So I've got all the ingredients in here. Just check I haven't forgotten any. I would go for a little bit of salt and pepper as well. Then we're going to whiz that up. Do you like your hummus lumpy or smooth? This is the question. Lumpy or smooth? Right, I'm going to put that. I like my hummus a little bit smooth. I like my guacamole lumpy, my hummus smooth. So I'm just going to pop that into the food processor or liquidizer, whatever you want to call it, and give that a go. So, hi Jill, how are you? Hello Gillian. Have you got your boys with you today? I think they'll like this one, won't they? Whoops, I've just got a problem with the liquidizer, in that the little plastic bit has come off it, and that we don't want bits of plastic in our hummus, do we? There we go, let's try again. Right, so I'm just going to give that a little whiz. Literally, it takes about 2 seconds to just check it's on properly. There we go. There. So I haven't been able to get it out. So right, I'm just going to transfer this onto a bowl, but before I do that, I'm going to get the little toasties out. There we go. Oop. Add those to the ones we made earlier. So nice little crispy toasties. And if you take the crusts off, they curl up nicely and they go all nice and golden, delicious. Really good way of getting some use out of your stale bread. So there we've got a nice bowl of little crispies that we can have with our hummus. That's going to put that there. So anyone who was with us yesterday, we made a Spanish almond cake, but I put it into the oven and stopped the Facebook Live. So this is the finished result. So as you can see, it's really nice, moist cake inside. It's so delicious, and literally just 4 ingredients. So sugar, butter, ground almonds or almond flour, and eggs. and I think we put some grated orange in there. So sorry, Will, I know it's your favourite cake, but I'll put some in the freezer for you. There you go. So I'm just going to get this out. It doesn't look as tasty as, oops, let's get that plastic bit away. Doesn't look as tasty. Oh yeah, it does look nice. It does look nice. So this is with hummus with cannellini beans. It's nice and smooth. So cannellini beans, olive oil, lemon juice, salt and pepper, tahini, and I'm actually going to add some cumin. I'm going to add a couple of pinches of cumin and a couple of pinches of coriander as well. Pop that in, give that a mix around, and then I'm going to top it. Okay, I'm going to top it with some fresh coriander. Obviously, if you can't get fresh coriander at the moment, you can live without fresh coriander. But it does add a real lovely flavour to the hummus. So pop some coriander in as well, mix that in. So that is one hummus out of 1 tin of cannellini beans. So if you wanted to make a larger amount, just use 2, double the ingredients. Just add a little bit of more olive oil to that. And then I'm gonna get I'm just gonna clean this up, pop this over here, and get the other nice board to pop it on. So we've got cannellini hummus, we've got guacamole, we've got some lovely crispy toasties, and there we have you, some really nice snacks that you can have. I mean, you can have them for lunch. Do you find lunches a bit hard when you've got everyone at home? Just people just snacking all the time. So just let me know, and I'll come up with some other lunches if you like. Let's have a look. Have we got any more comments coming in, Mark? I'm just going to refresh and see. Hi Ben, how are you? I think I've got the techie right now, and here's Jill. Really want to make that cake, but I don't have the ground almonds. So, and yes, we're watching from our garden seat. I know, it's such nice weather. I'm gonna work in the garden this afternoon. I mean, work in the garden rather than do the gardening. That you can make the cake with flour. If you've got flour, you can make the cake with flour, but it's not as moist and gooey, and it's also not packed with all those healthy fats. But you can get ground almonds from, you can definitely get the almond flour that I used yesterday was from Holland & Barrett. I know Holland & Barrett are still open because they are classed as a health shop, and also they're online. So you can get ground almonds there. I would have thought they've got them in the supermarkets as well, or you can add them to your online order. They're really good to keep in your cupboard actually, because they last for ages and ages and ages. So yeah, see if you can get hold of them, because the cake is really nice with them, really nice. We first came across this cake. I first came across this cake when we were camping in Spain. It is so good, so good. In northern Spain, they just kind of stand on the streets and give you slices, and it's in all the cafes and stuff. And it's just such a simple cake, and so very tasty. So anyway, that is half an hour of cooking with Cook with Kate. If you'd like to go onto the website, gobites.com, there is actually, we've just set up a discount code for books and for the Go Bites, which is EmmaJoy10, and we'll put that in the comments as well. And also the resources you can download for free. So just go and have a look. The guacamole recipe is on the Fats for Fitness resource. So have a go. Really lovely to see you. Have I managed to answer everybody? Is anyone else there? Gillian. Oh, Lisa Jane McGowan. Hi Lisa, how are you? Are you getting through this lockdown okay? Getting out, doing your daily exercise. I think my daily exercise is going to get longer and longer, I think. Went for a fantastic run this morning, which I didn't really want to come in from. But yeah, nice to see you. Please join us tomorrow, 12 o'clock. The theme, again, is going to be healthy snacks, but they're going to be more, again, sort of more savoury orientated, so that you can actually have something really nice and decent and healthy for lunch. And thank you for joining me. Bye. Need to turn it off though first. Bye.